back, everyone. This is Wednesday on the Pagan Perspective. I'm your host, Eric, and this week we were talking about covens and groups versus solitary practitioners. Now, we're not talking about, getting groups of solitaries together versus covens, and that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about what are some of the pros and cons, in our opinions, of being a solitary practitioner versus being in a coven. Now, I have notes here, and I'm not going to get to all of them because apparently I have too much of an opinion on this, but I'm going to go through the list and explain a little bit right near the end. So, covens, groves, and troths. Covens are Wiccan, groves are Druidic, and troths are heathenistic and also true, just so you know. Pros, they come with built-in mentors, so you don't have to go looking for one. They have preset organization and structure, so you don't have to know when to study what. They automatically come with someone to share your feelings, or you share your opinion and your beliefs with. There are other members in a group, hopefully. But you've got your high priest, high priestess, leadership, whatever, and then you've got the members, including yourself. And you should all, if you're in the same group, believe kind of the same thing. So it also gives you a feeling, and these are still the pros, it also gives you a feeling that you're part of something, that you're not only welcomed, but you're part of something. Some of the problems with it are that there's less flexible structure. If you decide to believe differently than the high priest, the high priestess, and the rest of the members, they're either going to kick you out or make you not talk about that and keep you out of that part of whatever their spiritual path entails. Now, that leads to schisms. Schisms are just, I believe this, you believe this, they're about the same thing, we agree to disagree, but now you gotta go. That's where fundamentalist religions come from a lot of times. Anyway, so a lot of times you can have hurt feelings over stuff like that, and there are politics involved, even interpersonal politics. I hate politics. And that's my opinion. And yeah. But they also take up more of your time. If you're in a group, they take up more of your time. Now, a lot of the cons for being in a group are actually some of the pros of being solitary. It doesn't take quite as much time. There's more personal spirituality. You're not being told how to believe or what to believe, which I personally find it really irritating when any superiors try and tell you how or what to believe. I think that should be a personal thing. You don't have any superiors. You don't have anyone telling you what to do and how to do it and whatever. It's also more self-gratifying. I feel better knowing that I've come into my spirituality and my belief in my own understanding of deity in and of myself. I find that more fulfilling. Some of the problems, however, are that you don't have people to ask your questions to. You don't have a mentor built in like you do with a group. You don't have a high priest or high priestess. You don't have other members of your group that you can ask questions to if you're not comfortable asking somebody higher up. So you either have to seek out a mentor and like-minded people, or you have to just do without, and a lot of people that's really hard for. But it's also more difficult to share your beliefs with people if you're not part of a group. Now, we have this community, a fantastic pagan community on YouTube, and thank you all for being part of this. But there's also, it's harder to share your beliefs. That's the problem. There's also no predetermined structure. So as Kyle was saying on Tuesday, as Kyle was saying, he does have questions, and he does have questions about when he should be studying, and there's no predetermined structure unless you're going directly out of the book, which is hard for a lot of people. You also may feel that you're kind of left out, especially, I don't know about everybody else's experience here in Salt Lake, but a lot of times solitary practitioners are left by the wayside for the people who are willing to join the groups. And they're not even real covens, they're just groups of solitaries that have decided to circle together for sabbats, basically. At any rate, you may feel ostracized as a solitary practitioner and not part of something that's kind of an issue for a lot of people. Now, what I've done with this is I've taken all of the things that I like and dislike about groups and solitaries, and I've moved a lot of them into a family category. Now, my family is mostly just me and my wife and our roommate. And, well, my nephew lives here too, but he doesn't always practice with us. And a lot of the things that we do are kind of a happy medium. I like that. None of us are any superior to anyone else. When it comes to heathen stuff, I'm the authority. When it comes to druid stuff, my wife is the authority. So we just kind of, we don't try and argue with each other. We just kind of accept and choose to not agree. And we'll say, okay, well, you can have it your way this time, but next time we do it my way. And, you know, stuff like that. It does take up a little bit more time out of my life than being a solitary practitioner, but I'm willing to give that up because it is for my family. It also gives you that sense that solitary practitioner, being a solitary doesn't, that you're part of something. Now, obviously this isn't going to work for everybody, but I'm giving you a challenge. All of you out there watching this video, if you are part of a group that you don't feel at home in, or you're practicing as a solitary and want to find a group, or just want to mentor, my challenge is this. Examine your practice. Find for yourself what you desire out of either a mentor, a practice alone, or a practice in a group. Find that, define it for yourself, and then seize it. But thank you all for watching. Comment, rate, respond, and until next time, everyone, thank you again for watching, and Odin be with you.
You feel so lonely. Come with me and let me show there are others just like you, who feel the powers of earth, sea and sky, of dragon and fairy and shades of the night, hear the call of our ancestors of blood and bone, of